hit the road and let's go then. Let's just go and see the world and just show them what it really means to live like golden. We'll go then, baby, we'll go then.
Tanto amor, eu sei muito amor.
What's up everybody, how are you doing? I hope that you're having an amazing day. Today I just wanted to kind of like sit down and have a little bit more of a chill video, kind of because the past few days have been so hectic. I've been doing so much and I feel like there needs to be some explanation. I put out a Q&A on my Instagram and basically I got a lot of questions that were asking me kind of like, Zach, what are you doing next year? Like, what's the plan? You dropped out of college, what's next? And those are good questions because it is kind of a dramatic thing to do, to leave college. And if you haven't seen the video, I made a video a couple days ago about that. And then right after, I bought a big old Sprinter van. So obviously a lot of things are happening. I do have plans, things are figured out in my mind to some degree, but here is kind of the rundown of what's going to be happening over the next couple of months. Also, as another little side note, I just love these types of videos. I don't know if you guys love them, but whenever I have somebody that I subscribe to and really like, I end up loving videos where people just kind of sit down and talk and have a conversation, and it kind of feels like you're almost having coffee with them, because usually I'll drink coffee and have my breakfast with them. So that's kind of why I had the coffee intro, because I love coffee, and that's kind of what I do with these videos. So the first big thing with dropping out of school is that, obviously now I need to start making money. It's kind of interesting because my entire life I haven't really had to think about taxes or making money or any of that stuff, because of course I've had to have a summer job and stuff like that, but mostly I was just living under my parents' roof and being fed by them. And now I am still living under the roof and being fed by them, but it's more important that now I start making my own money and start becoming independent. And of course I've been making money off YouTube, and soon I'll be making money in different channels. Not literal channels, but different channels of income, being brand deals and merchandise, and hopefully some other sources of income that I may not talk about yet. Maybe I'll talk about it later in the video, but right now I want to kind of keep it a little bit under wraps. But one of the ways is, as I said, merchandise. So a lot of you guys in the comments have been excited about merchandise. A lot of people have been saying where's the merch, when's it coming, and all that stuff. And it's coming. I just don't want to rush it because I think that merch is probably one of the coolest things. I love the idea of repping someone else's brand and somebody that you watch, a creator, representing them and also supporting them financially. And I wear the Yes Theory merch because I really love those guys. I think what they're doing is awesome. And so I'm trying to make a brand. I'm trying to make my merch line be something special and try and really work on it and spend time with a designer. And so it's in the works. I've been talking with a designer. I've been thinking it up, and yeah, I'm super excited about that. But also I'm working on brand deals because I think that working with brands is one of the coolest things as well. It's just so cool that somebody can advertise for a brand that they believe in and be getting money for it, and that's just so cool. And I think that you guys will probably be excited when I do them because they're going to be really relevant companies as to who I am. And so I just wanted to put that out there. There may be some coming in the future, and it's pretty awesome because your boy's going to be making some money. So those two things alone I'm really excited about. But other than just making money, because money's not everything that's important in the world, money just is money, but there's much more important things in the world and in life that are kind of relevant once you leave college. The first of those is what am I gonna do with my time? what am I gonna do every single day, because it's really interesting. I hadn't even really thought about it, but I'm basically on an infinite summer. Like, if you can imagine summer break, but then like it just kept on going, because since I don't have like a 9-to-5 job or like any sort of traditional job, I mean, I make YouTube videos for my living at the moment, like I don't really have anything I have to do. I don't have anybody I have to report to. I'm just doing. And so then it's like, what do you do with your time? And that's where trying to become a professional runner and living in the van come into play. So as many of you guys know, I bought the van a couple days ago, and I'm really excited about that. I'm building it out, I'm converting it into a home, and I'm gonna be able to live in it. And a lot of people have been like, oh, he's gonna be traveling in it, all this stuff. But I kind of want to change that notion, because I'm not necessarily traveling in it. I'm more so living in it wherever I want. It's my house on wheels, and I'm not going out with the intention to travel. I'm more so going out with the intention to live places, but when I'm done living in that place, I can pick up my house and move to somewhere else that I'd prefer to live otherwise. And I feel like that will happen a lot for me, because personally, I love some areas at certain points in the year and some areas not so much at certain points in the year. And some places that I may love in the winter, I may hate in the summer. So it's kind of like, I need to be able to move, I need to be able to adapt, and it's also going to enable me to collaborate with other creators and other athletes that can bring me up, as well as, you know, I can learn from, or they can learn from me, or somebody that can, you know, create an important connection. And so basically, I'm going to be training at the highest level. I'm going to be trying to pursue a professional running contract. I don't know how long it will take, because in college I would have had at least 3 more years, and most likely 4 more years, because most people do a 5th year, or a lot of people end up doing a 5th year in college. So if I get a pro contract before 3 or 4 years, then I would have beaten what I did in high school, in college, which is super cool, and it's something that I'm definitely trying to work at, because I think sport, and especially track and running and cross country and marathoning and all that stuff, has been something that I've always done and always wanted to do, and it's always been a rock in my life, and in the way that, like, no matter what has been happening, if things have been going well or bad, I've always been able to count on running to kind of like be there for me, I guess. I've always been able to just say, well, my running's going well, so yeah. And so, you know, having that and being able to continue to pursue that is super important for me. And so day in and day out, I'm gonna be training super hard, as well as making daily videos, which is what I'm doing right now, which is super cool and super fun. And it's been a bit of a challenge, but honestly, it's been something that I've loved. And that's another way that I'm gonna be filling my time, by creating videos that are just as good as I can physically make them. And I think that once I get out onto the road, I mean, things are just gonna get exponentially more interesting. Like, of course, I think my life right now is super interesting to me. Like, I've been enjoying it. I've loved building out the van, but I just am so excited to get out onto the road and start like exploring and documenting what the world is like out there, because I know that I personally don't even really know what the world is even like out there. And so, you know, of course it probably won't be too different, but I think it'll be interesting to experience the different cultures, try the different food, try the coffee in that area, and all that fun stuff, and kind of document that and share that with you guys as I'm kind of learning the world, I guess. And I mean, heck, this channel might as well just be called Zach Learning the World. Like, I'm entering into the world as a human, and I really have to do real things, which is weird to say, but like, in the most real way, I have to do normal human things from now on. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm up to. I'm gonna be making videos every single day. I'm gonna be running a lot. I'm gonna be living in interesting places in the van, which is gonna be super cool and just really culturally enriching. And then I'm gonna be continuing to learn. I'm gonna listen to a bunch of audiobooks, podcasts, do maybe mini courses online that aren't really any pressure, but that I can continue learning through, and just do things that enrich me, because I feel like if you're just a YouTuber, or if you're just a runner, or if you're just anything, then you are becoming less interesting. And not in a mean way, but like, I feel like it's important to diversify yourself and be able to be malleable, you know, and continue to learn and continue to be, you know, a dynamic human. And so, I'm trying to do that at the highest level. I'm trying to do everything that I'm doing to the fullest. But I hope this answered some questions and kind of cleared up a couple things that you may have had on your mind or been wondering. I'm not completely sure if it did, but I really hope that it did. So thank you guys so much for watching, and shout out to yesterday's first comment, Thomas Colson. Thank you for being the first comment, and if you want to be the first comment, be sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications. But as usual, guys, live happy and be healthy, and I'll see you later.